Hi, this is Joshua coming to you again. This next block of teachings will be from 5:11 to 5:20, and I'd like to share with you some of the dreams and visions that the Lord has given me outside of the 7 open visions that were revealed in February of 1988. And so these dreams and visions will have to do with the end times and with the places of refuge and what's about to happen. Okay. The first vision that I'd like to share, it was very short when I had it, and back in the 80s were a time that the word of the Lord came to me off and on. Had lots of dreams and visions. Spent a lot of the time writing, and the Lord's given me a gift for writing. And but anyway, this one vision occurred while I was sitting in a Christian restaurant, just writing, and that's how they come. Sometimes it could be just a second or so, but and the vision itself could be longer. And in this particular vision, I knew that the time set was at the time that the mark of the beast was going out. And I didn't know about these places of refuge or safe camps or blessed areas, and come to those teachings yet. And so this is what I saw. In the visions I saw there were three of us men, and that we came from a camp situation somewhere in the wilderness, in the bush. And it was a sunny day. It was 12 o'clock, right at lunchtime, the busiest part of the day. And we came into this small town, maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7,000 people. But it was on the edge of this forest. The forest was, the whole town or small city was surrounded by forest. And the roads were gravel. They weren't paved, and that led to me thinking that it was a small place. It wasn't a large place, but it was in a remote area somewhere. It was lunchtime, and the mark, people were being initiated to take the mark, being prepared, to go from the frying pan into the fire, so to speak. And the 3 of us came into this McDonald's. It might have been a Burger King, some kind of fast food restaurant anyways. And the Lord spoke to us and said, "You got 5 minutes." We had no handguns. We weren't armed in any way except for being armed with the word of the Lord. And in this 5 minutes, it was lunchtime, the place was packed with people. The Lord began to do many signs and wonders and to share the truth with people there. And there were 20 people who were being groomed, being initiated to take the mark, to accept, to become part of the new world order, a new world citizen, being prepared to take the mark of the beast. There were 20 that renounced their faith, and they were given a new lease of life. The Lord snatched them out of the fire. And then we heard the audible voice of the Lord say, "Run for your life. Head back to where you came." And as we left the door, these 2 other people had these 20 new converts in between them, men and women. And we were going back the way that we came. We weren't armed. No rifles, nothing like that. didn't need them. This is true, folks. This is what's coming. And it's not all that many years before you will see this throughout the world, throughout America and Canada. So as we began to make our way back, and we were in haste, we didn't dawdle, we saw dust being kicked up from these military jeeps that were on the way. They were only a block or two away, and we could see the dust. And there's an urgency to run as fast as we could to where we came out of the bush. And anyway, these other two with these 20 that they had in between them, they were just heading into the tree line. And what I saw, I saw these two military jeeps, might have been three, but I saw two. And they had this new color of green on them, full of soldiers, and they had these rifles. And they meant business, and they were trying to overtake us, to run us down, to cut us up. And I remember looking at them face to face, and I knew that they've taken the mark of the beast. And then I looked down, I looked up at the Lord and at the Father, and I looked down, and what happened is that the earth just opened up. There's like a miniature earthquake, and the earth opened up, and they couldn't come no further. But that didn't stop them. They jumped off their jeeps without missing a heartbeat. They knew that they had a short time to react. And they took these rifles and put it to their shoulders, and these rifles were armed with smart bullets. And these smart bullets could follow you around a tree. You had no hope, you had no escape if they shot you with these new type of smart rifles. And this is 25 years ago. This was in the 80s. I had this little vision. Then I remember looking up at the Lord, looking up at the Father. And I felt His love for them, even though that they'd taken the mark. But I didn't feel His mercy, because they already chose Lucifer as the god of this world to serve. And when I looked back down, fire came out of heaven. And there was nothing left. The jeeps, the people, the soldiers, everything was gone, and we continued on into the bush to where there was a temporary camp. And you may not believe this, but it's coming. And it may be sooner than later. So you that hear this, I want you to take heed. Because for the Christian, there is no rapture, pre-tribulation rapture like the church teaches. You've been lied to. And you're going to soon find this out. In the 7 visions that the Lord allowed me to see, I saw the death of 3 million people, men and women. I saw all the ones who professed the rapture being caught away before tribulation. I saw many of them shaking their fist at the Lord because He didn't take them out. But they were given a chance to flee, and they refused, and they were killed. They died because they did not heed the word of the Lord when it came. Okay, I'm going to cut this one short here. So this will be video 511 in this new 10-block series of Dreams and Visions. Thank you.